All right, runners, I want to talk about why you shouldn't be counting steps, because a lot of people are stuck on this cadence number, and I think it is a waste of time for the most part. Hi everyone, my name is Steve Gonzer, physical therapist with Run Smart. I am playing with fire because my kids are outside playing. It's cold out. They're coming in any minute. So this video has a high likelihood of being interrupted, but we're getting ready to launch the Midfoot project in April. If you're watching this video, the price is either about to go up very soon or the program's going to start. So make sure you click on the link in this post if you're interested in a complete 5-week run form transformation where we give you every drill, step-by-step instructions on how to improve your run form. But the biggest question I always get is, what about cadence? Like, what should my cadence be? And I want to talk about cadence as like a really kind of arbitrary thing. I'm just going to put a C here for cadence. Cadence is like a dependent factor for me in run form. It's something that is based off of many different things in your running. And for me, what I like to do is fix, like, if your cadence is dependent on this factor up here, I'm just going to put X. And that controls your cadence, but X also controls, let's say B's over here, this is going to be out of order, and A's over here. These are all different things that you can work on your run form. Instead of siphoning off and fixing B and fixing C and fixing A, you can go up to X a lot of times and it'll actually tackle all three of these. Now, cadence does matter, the amount of steps you take matter, but how you get to the right amount of steps is the biggest thing that you need to be focused on. Generally, we see most runners who are low 80s, high 70s, we like to get that up, and I'll talk about how to do that. But the biggest misnomer is, like, you want to run faster, so you need to turn your feet over more. And what ends up happening when people try to just fix their cadence, they just go here and they say, I'm going to live in this world, and I'm going to fix my cadence, I'm going to try to increase my turnover, is that they never match their turnover with more distance. So they almost, what we call, or I call, a pitter-patter runner. Every time they take a step, they never really travel for the step because they're turning their legs over so fast that they don't go anywhere. And that's a huge problem. So when you're looking at cadence, the biggest thing to focus on is, it shouldn't make a difference too much on speed. It's going to make a difference in how much you open your stride, which is a whole nother conversation. But when we focus on finding your midfoot, this is one of the first things that you can do in your run form to actually get the right cadence, because what ends up happening for most runners is when they try to, like I said, they try to increase their cadence, they don't change their form, they just turn their legs over faster. And let's say you have a runner who's going to push off here, and most runners have this type of gait where here's the ground. When they're pushing off, they're touching down on the other side. So when they try to run faster, what they do is they just swing their legs through faster, and they never really open this distance up, or they never change this distance. What we actually like to do, for someone who has a really low cadence, is we like to just change this foot position. So if we can get runners initially to stop straightening that knee all the way, which increases your risk for injury, which slows you down because the force of the ground is just going to drive you backwards, we like to get to runners to this position, which is more of a midfoot strike. My nose itches. A midfoot strike. So here's the previous leg position. And by shortening that stride, shortening your stride and opening your stride are different. It's a whole nother video I'll have to talk about. But by getting that foot to come down sooner and not reaching and penduluming out to the front, we can actually improve your cadence quite a bit. Now, remember what I talked about at the top of this video? I'll put X up here. This is the thing you're going to fix in your run form. By doing this and learning how to change the front end of your stride, not only are you going to fix your cadence, but you're going to be able to improve your speed because you're not getting that huge braking moment. And you're also going to be able to reduce injuries because when that leg goes completely straight, you turn it into a battering ram and you get all the shock into your body. So that's why we're a big proponent of not focusing on these things individually. You go to your run form, you go to your independent factors. Let me make sure that's on the screen. You go to these top level things and they just start hammering out a bunch of issues. We have 4 things we change. The first thing we always go to is foot strike and making sure that that's dialed in, because it takes pretty much, it's one of those things that takes a lot of learning and time to change. So we like to address that first, then we move on. Now, if you want help improving your run form, you want my help for 5 weeks, a step-by-step program, check out the Midfoot Project. I put a link in this post, and you can get complete access to everything and lifetime access to all the trainings that I use, and we'll lead you through it starting April 4th, or you can join us a little late or early, not early, but a little late if you need to. But I did put a link in this post. Don't worry about your cadence, Schmadence. Fix your form in the independent factors up top, and you'll be a much better runner, less injured runner, and a faster one to boot. All right, everyone, have a great day. This only got partially interrupted with some doors slamming, so great success. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.